shop girl can be a top girl if she pleases the tired businessman. Hooray for Hollywood!
Hello, Hollywood! Welcome to this morning's Walk of Fame ceremony. A special shout out to our fans who are watching the live video stream courtesy of Variety. I'm LaRon Gubler, President and CEO of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which is presenting today's program. Today, the 2607th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame will go to actor Chris Pratt. Let me tell you a little bit about Chris and cheer for anything that you like. Chris Pratt was raised in Lake Stevens, Washington. After high school, he studied acting at a local community college for half a semester and then relocated to Hawaii, where he lived in a van. He got a job at a Bubba Gump Shrimp Company restaurant, where he was discovered by actress-director Rae Dawn Chong. She gave Chris a shot in her movie, Cursed Part 3, which unfortunately was cursed and never made it to the big screen. However, history was made and Chris found his calling. He began his career in television on the show Everwood and The O.C., and later became one of the stars of the Emmy-nominated series Parks and Recreation. And that was where he portrayed the character Andy Dwyer opposite Amy Poehler, Nick Offerman, Aziz Ansari, and Adam Scott. Now, after the final season of the show, his career really skyrocketed. Chris has firmly secured himself as one of Hollywood's most sought-after leading men. He top-lined Marvel Studios' Guardians of the Galaxy. And get this, which was one of the top 3 grossing films of 2014, earning more than $770 million at the global box office. Now, Chris also lent his vocal talents to the lead character Emmett in the Warner Brothers animated feature, The Lego Movie, which made over $440 million worldwide. Now, Chris will next be seen reprising his role of Peter Quill, also known as Star-Lord, in Marvel Studios' Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which is set for release in U.S. theaters on May the 5th. Chris recently appeared in The Magnificent Seven opposite Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke, as well as in the Sony sci-fi drama Passengers. In 2015, Chris headlined Jurassic World, which, for your information, happens to now be the 4th highest grossing film of all time, just behind Avatar, Titanic, and Star Wars: The Force Awakens. And for all of you Jurassic World fans, he will reprise his role of Owen Grady in the second installment, which is set for a 2018 release. Now, Chris's other film credits include, and cheer for your favorites, Delivery Man, Her, The 5-Year Engagement, Moneyball, and Zero Dark 30, which was nominated for Best Picture for both the Golden Globe and Academy Awards. Now, besides his work on screen, he's also very involved philanthropically. Chris has dedicated his time to work with the March of Dimes, the Global Alliance to Prevent Prematurity and Stillbirth, as well as the Boys and Girls Club back in Lake Stevens, Washington. And now, please help me welcome to the stage our honoree, Chris Pratt. Stand right over here. Now, before you get to hear from Chris, we have a couple of guest speakers. Our first speaker today is the prolific filmmaker behind some of pop culture's most notable films. He brought to life what is now turning into one of the most memorable franchises in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Guardians of the Galaxy. The film, which he wrote and directed, had the biggest August opening weekend of all time. The Marvel feature was also the second highest grossing film of 2014 and spent 5 weeks atop the box office. Guardians of the Galaxy won the Critics' Choice Award and the Best Action Movie, earned 2 Academy Award nominations, and garnered him a WGA Award nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay. Please welcome director James Gunn.
Hello, Chris. It's a real honor to be here. This is an awesome moment. Like any other kid from Missouri, I grew up thinking about the Hollywood Walk of Fame and all it meant and all it represents, and that's a very big deal. I first met Chris about 5 years ago. He auditioned for Guardians of the Galaxy, and this is honest to God truth, I knew within 20 seconds that he was the man for the job. He brought a passion and a humor and a charisma to the role that was far beyond what anyone else was able to do during those auditions of over 250 people. And he was amazing. People ask me, how are you casting this, kind of chubby guy from Parks and Recreation as the star of a Marvel movie? And I said, and this is not, you can go look this up on the internet. 5 years ago, I said to reporters, Chris Pratt is the biggest movie star in the world. It's just that people don't know it yet. Well, now, here today, people know it. This is the greatest movie star existing for a lot of reasons, not one of which is because he's my friend, or that is one of which. I think he deserves his place here alongside the Clark Gables and the Gary Coopers and the Harrison Fords. He is a man of that stature. He has the charisma and the humor of movie stars past, but he also has something that is remarkably and sincerely Chris Pratt, a vulnerability, a sensitivity that no one else on the screen has today. I think when I first met Chris, one of the things he did is, like all actors, he wants people to like him. So he's always juggling and entertaining. And over the years, I learned that people did like him for this. But as we went on, it was allowing him to just drop all of that and just be himself. And I think that's when it went from audiences liking Chris Pratt to audiences loving Chris Pratt, because he truly is a beautiful soul. And I want to say one more thing, which is that, and I want to say this to Chris. First of all, just between us, I love you dearly. I could have been hooked up, as a director with so many actors, with so many stars that my, star was linked to. And I thank God, in all honesty, every day that my star has been linked to yours. You are one of the best friends I've ever had in my entire life. I love you. And I am so, so fortunate to have you be the person that I'm spending 10 years making movies with. There was a time right before, and I've talked about this before, but there was a time right when the first Guardians of the Galaxy was about to come out, when Chris and I were backstage before a show, and Dave Bautista, who's over there, was with us. And Chris stayed there, and he put his arms around us, and we linked arms, and he said, let's just remember one thing, because we could tell something big was coming, something big was about to happen with the movie. And he said, let's just always promise that we'll remain like this to each other, that we'll be kind, we'll remain down to earth, and we'll remain friends. And that's what he's done ever since. I've been true to my word with that, and so is Chris. And again, thank God for you. And congratulations on your new star.
Thank you, James. Let me introduce a couple of dignitaries we have with us. We have the new chair of the board of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. He happens to be a Hollywood native, and he has 3 Hollywood businesses. He's the owner of the Hollywood Hotel, the Hollywood Distillery, and the Chateau Celeste. Please recognize Jeff Zaranam back there. And we also have with us the chair of our Walk of Fame committee. You've seen his shows, America's Funniest Home Videos. He's Also, a Walk of Famer. Please acknowledge Vin DeBona. Well, our next speaker stars in the CBS hit comedy Mom, opposite Allison Janney. She will be publishing her memoir titled Unqualified later this year. She has executive produced and starred in the feature films The House Bunny and What's Your Number? She recently starred as the female lead opposite Sacha Baron Cohen in Paramount's The Dictator. And she will next star in MGM's remake of Overboard. Now, you've also seen her in Lost in Translation, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 1 and 2, Scary Movie 1 to 4, and much more. Please welcome Chris's best friend and wife, actress Anna Faris, to the stage.
Hi. Oh, man. So I got my notes here in my purse. So let me just unfold this. It's actually a unicorn that Chris drew me a while back. When Chris asked me to speak a few months ago at this ceremony, I was really honored and thrilled, of course, because then I get more attention. You know, I was trying to figure out how to make this about me. But as this day got closer, and I was thinking about like, oh, I need a comedic hook, hence the unicorn. But because people will expect things. But then I decided that this is actually a thank you speech. So I'm sorry that you may be thanking a lot of people after me, but I have a few people up here that I really want to acknowledge and thank today, because I'm the beneficiary of all this, because I get to spend every day with this incredible man. And there's a lot of people here today that I need to thank for this. Julie, Jason, Gary, Jason, the team over here that has worked with Chris, that knew that he was like this prize thoroughbred and made him turn down projects even when he needed the money because they saw what I saw. And the team from Marvel, his incredible co-stars, James Gunn, who cast him in this movie that has transformed our lives. And of course, Chris's family that's here today. Chris's sister Angie and her husband Scott, and Cully and Brandy, and my most amazing mother-in-law, Kathy Pratt. I'm so proud to call you my mom. And I'm so proud to say that this right here is my family, and you all helped form who this person is. You made him tough and resilient and witty and scrappy, and the kind of person that can make a really bad situation good or okay. And I know that if our circumstances were different, and we weren't as fortunate to be standing here and this and leading our Hollywood life, that we would be happy in the woods together, I think. So I want to thank you guys so much. I also want to thank Dan Pratt, Chris's father, and yeah. I know that today he would be very curmudgeonly proud of you, but I know that, and he helped shape who you are, which is a man of integrity, and I couldn't be more proud to call you my husband today. So last of all, I want to thank you and my son Jack. Some of you know that Jack was born a little bit early. He wanted to come out. And I saw a side of my husband during those times when Jack was in the NICU where we had all these amazing things already. Beautiful home, great careers. And then this thing that tests us more than anything else comes into our lives. And we were so worried during that month when you wanted to come out and see the sun. And my husband stood by me and held me and was my rock and my anchor. And I wanted to be able to share something personal like this with you guys today because this is a significant moment in our lives. Chris is getting this star and being honored, and I'm so proud when I hear crew members talk about how much they like working with him, and I'm so proud when he just wants to open up a can of beans and just eat it, or I love how down to earth and sort of somewhat normal he's making all of this. The other day at the premiere of Guardians 2, we were walking the red carpet, and it's insane, and there's photographers and people sort of yelling at you, and he whispered something unbelievably inappropriate into my ear. And it was awesome. So, honey, I want to thank you for being the most incredible person, and I also want to, and an unbelievable talent. That's going to be another 5 minutes. I won't go into that, but that's the sexiest thing about you to me is how talented you are. Man, when we were cast together in Take Me Home Tonight, I was like, wow, you're great. But a while back, you told me, we were talking about today, and you said, this is going to be a great moment. And I said, yeah, it is. It's going to be an amazing moment. And then you grabbed my face and you said, but the best is yet to come. So I thank you. Thank you for letting me speak here. Thank you for being my husband. And I love you so much.
Thank you, Anna. Let's acknowledge some of the co-stars with Chris from the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Please acknowledge Dave Bautista, Tom Clemente, Michael Rooker, and Zoe Saldana. Well, at this time, it's my privilege to welcome to the stage the councilman who represents Hollywood on the Los Angeles City Council. He is doing a great job leading the charge for the revitalization of our community. Please welcome the Honorable Mitch O'Farrell.
Thanks, Lord. Chris, what a pleasure. Thank you so much. Yeah, you bet. Oh, wow. Good morning, Hollywood. So many years ago, I moved to Hollywood to become the next Chris Pratt. But it didn't quite work out. So instead, I became a politician. So guess who has the more adventurous life? But it's so worth it, right? Are there any Chris Pratt fans here? Yeah? Are you all going to go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Right? So in addition to celebrating superstars like Chris Pratt, in Hollywood, there's another currency, and it's artistry, creativity, and dreams. And the fact that we can celebrate the amazing talent of this young man right here in Hollywood who journeyed from the state of Washington to fulfill his dreams means that we're paving the way for many, many more young people across the country and across the world to make the same journey, to follow their destiny, to pursue their talent, and share it with the rest of the world. Pretty great, huh? So thank you, Chamber of Commerce, for doing these events. Thank you to the Chamber of Commerce for maintaining and creating and supporting this incredible Hollywood Walk of Fame, known the world over, so that fans from everywhere can come here to this spot in future years and celebrate the Chris Pratt star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I have the privilege of representing the city, representing the mayor, my colleagues on the Los Angeles City Council, because events like this are very important. We want people to visit, live here, and enjoy Hollywood, a one-of-a-kind neighborhood, very, very special in this world. So it gives me great pleasure to honor Chris Pratt for his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on this day, April 21st, 2017. Congratulations. You got it. So we'll take some pictures here. A little picture for Will. Yeah. This is beautiful. Thank you. He's so framed so nicely. I appreciate it. Such a pleasure. Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you, Councilmember O'Farrell. So, Chris, it's time for you to say a few words, but let me just say by way of final introduction that we hereby declare this Chris Pratt Day in Hollywood.
Thank you. Wow. I've written some things down on my phone. I'm not tweeting or checking my Yahoo feed right now. Thank you, Laurent Gubler and the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, and to the City Council, to everyone who made this possible. Thank you so much. To all the fans that turned out, give yourself a round of applause. It's hot out. I appreciate it. It's very meaningful that you made your way down here to share this moment with me. I appreciate it, and I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for you, so thank you. I grew up in Washington, but I did move here about 17 or 18 years ago. I lived in an apartment 1 block from here, and you have no idea how much this area has changed over those 17 years. And it's really, it was just much different 17 years ago. And I remember there was a man, I don't know if he's still around, but there was this wonderful man who polished these stars every day. And I don't know much about him. I never met him. I never introduced myself. I don't know if he's homeless or dealing with certain challenges, but he's taken it upon himself to repeatedly, compulsively polish these stars day in and day out. He had a rag and some polish, and he would polish these stars. And to him and to so many people around the world, these stars have such significant meaning. And to some, it may mean they travel from a distant land. They might represent opportunity that will forever be out of reach. To some, it may mean an opportunity or a reason to come visit this wonderful city. It might mean for a millennial an opportunity at a selfie that could garner some likes. If you take a selfie with mine, I'll give you a like, so come to Hollywood. I've got a star now. To me, as a young Chris Pratt, 17 years ago, as I walked across these streets, I realized I didn't recognize a lot of the names. So to me, what they meant was that I needed to bone up on my old Hollywood trivia if I was ever going to make it. I needed to start figuring out who these folks were and what they did to get where they are. To my friend Aaron here, Aaron LaPlante, we grew up together. With him, to him they meant something different because he knew movies a lot more than I did, and to them they reminded him not of just the great men and women who had starred in these pictures, but of wonderful memories with his mother, his father, his grandmother, spending time. That's what they meant to him. And really, anyone can extrapolate different meanings from these stars. And so I'll just say that I know that I am humbled. I know it's seen as a token of success and of accomplishment. But I love the opportunity. To me, it means I have an opportunity to hear some of my favorite people in the world say really nice things about me and try to get me to cry in front of 1,000 strangers. And it worked. Let's see here. It's kind of difficult because I'm humbled and I feel grateful, but I'm not sure I'm worthy. And thank you. Thanks. And it's just, I'm a man of faith, and I believe that God works in mysterious ways and gives us signs and gifts in life. And those gifts oftentimes come in the form of people. And so I'll just spend the rest of my time expressing gratitude for the people in my life who are gifts. My mom is here. She gave absolutely everything she had to raise us. Every thread of her, every fiber of her being, and we weren't, oftentimes we weren't cash rich, but we were never love poor. And you gave everything and you were always proud of me. Way before any of this. When I was a waiter at Coco's, you just couldn't get enough of me. And you were like that with all of your kids, and you continue to be proud of all of your kids. So thank you for that. I want to thank my brother, Cully, who's here. He has given me so much. He's made me confident. He is my star, and always has been. He played a major supporting role in raising me, and was a big fan of mine, and always guided me. And I love you. And he continues to guide me. And to my sister, Angie, who is here as well, she taught me so much. She taught me how to fight. She taught me how to value emotions. She taught me how to have a backbone. And she made some profound sacrifices for our family so that I could be down here chasing my dreams. And you know what I'm talking about, and so I'm grateful. Thank you very much. You're so funny and you're so smart, and I love you. I want to thank James Gunn back here. Thank you for casting me in Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a role that's changed my life. It's changed so many lives. My life, my wife's life, the lives of children in hospitals, the lives of my real estate agent, my great grandkids. They're all going to benefit. I love collaborating with you. I'm grateful for your mind and your drive and your talent and your belief in me, and your trust in me. I thank you. Of course, to Alan Horn and Disney and Alan Horn and everyone at Disney and Kevin Feige and everyone at Marvel. Thank you so much. There's no doubt you took a chance on the chubby guy from Parks and Rec. There's my manager, Julie, who Anna talked about my team, and I'm gonna go into detail about them. My manager, Julie, I've been with for a very long time, and she taught me taste. In fact, I have taste because of her, because I don't have taste. But I do because I have Julie, and she's never wavered. She's made me turn down big opportunities because they weren't right for my career, and she's made me accept other jobs that I wouldn't get paid much at all because they'd be right for my career. She's guided me in a way that I'll always be grateful for, and I'll never forget. Thank you. Jason Heyman is my agent. Where is he? He's back here because he just had back surgery, and he can barely move, and he's still here. And he cares about all of his clients in that way. He has an amazing reputation in town for being reasonable and thoughtful and normal. You have no idea how rare that is. And he really has that. He's a down-to-earth dude. And he kicked my career into overdrive in a way that's given me access that I never had before. So I got to thank you for that. He always says he always say it's happening, and if this isn't it happening, Jason, I don't know what is. So thank you. And I've got my business manager Gary, who's here. Gary is over here. Gary and I have been together for 15 or 16 years. He's a member of the family. We've grown together. We've been through so much together. You've saved my ass in numerous occasions, and I can't wait to continue to work with you forever. Thank you so much for everything you've done for our family, for my family, and for me. I was around when his son was born, and his son is that damn near college-aged, beautiful young man right there. So it's awesome to see him. I've got a lot of people, so you guys are gonna just have to bear with me. I promise next time you give me a star, I'll keep it to my my time. Let's see, who am I missing here? Oh, I've got a publicist, Allison, who's here, and she's like the captain of my dream team. She's the best. Allison is so amazing. She knows how to lift me up when I'm feeling down, and she knows how to bring me down to earth when I'm feeling a little too lifted up. She endures my constant rambling and pumps me up and travels the world and she ships me around the world like a parcel, and I always show up on time. And I appreciate that. I love you, Allison. She's the only publicist when I sat down to talk to him, the first thing she said is, what good do you want to do? How do you want to use your influence to do good things? So I knew we needed to work together. And then we've got our assistant, Mindy, who without you, Anna and I would probably die of hypothermia in like 20 minutes. We would just starve to death. If you weren't here, Anna and I would be stuck at an airport somewhere. You are the action to our inspiration. You make us considerably less flaky somehow. So thank you. And then I've got Jason Sloan's my lawyer. He's closed some of the biggest renegotiations in history for us. And I thank you, and Robert as well. And so does Anna. Thank you very much. I'm not sure Marvel and Disney are as happy with you as I am. So anyways, show me a better team in Hollywood. There isn't one. And I feel as though I am just the shiny hood ornament on a well-oiled machine that they drive every single day. And please keep up the good work. I appreciate you all. And then lastly, I want to thank my wife, Anna, please. I love you. You've given me so much. You gave me the greatest star in the galaxy, and my little boy. I love him, and I love you. We have bonded to make this molecule that is more important to me than air or water, and without it, none of this means anything to me. And with every challenge, every day, week, month, decade, we become more and more bonded. You make me laugh like nobody else. You're very caring, and thank you for your trust and for your sacrifice and for your dedication and your heart. I will do my best to protect it, and in return, I'll give you all of those things as well. You have my heart and my dedication, my trust. So yeah, without you, none of this would mean anything, which is, they would just mean something to the guy who polishes them still. And I don't know if he's still around, but if he's not, I'm praying for him. So that's it. To the chasers, to the dreamers, to all the kids out there, I give you my deepest thanks and my most sincere gratitude. Thank you very much. Thank you. I know it's a little long, but
Let's unveil the star.